When women enter perimenopause, they often expect symptoms such as hot flashes or insomnia. But what blindsided a lot of women is the rising tide of anxiety that seems irrational, coming out from nowhere, and that no amount of willpower, positive thinking, supplements seem to help. Biologically, there is a reason. When estrogen and progesterone start to fluctuate and declines, the two most powerful regulators in our female body, our brain's emotional center, amygdala, becomes more sensitive, where the prefrontal cortex that regulates fear becomes less efficient. This shifts our body into survival mode, where small triggers can feel like real dangers. However, if hormone is the sole reason that causes anxiety, we would expect women to experience similar symptoms at the similar intensity. However, this is not what we see. So, what was the real reason that shapes anxiety that surface during perimenopause and menopause? In today's video, we're going beneath the level of hormones to uncover the deeper reasons so that you can finally heal anxiety at its root. From the very beginning of our lives, our bodies learn through feelings, getting in touch with what was safe, what was not. If we grew up in an environment where our emotional needs were consistently not met, or the feelings of sadness or fear were ignored, denied, or even punished, our bodies learn that being vulnerable is wrong or even dangerous. So we stay on high alert and do everything we can to get rid of these feelings. Over time, they shape everything: how we see the world, how we react, how we hold tension, and even how we breathe. These unconscious patterns get stuck away outside of our conscious awareness. And for much of our life, stable hormones keep them quiet. However, when we enter into perimenopause, our brain's emotional regulations weakens, and these old patterns resurface, asking to be healed. Most conventional solutions focusing on managing symptoms. Hormone therapy, supplements, medications, mindfulness practices, they all try to calm the nervous system from the outside. And on some level, they help. They can soften the intensity and give your brain more support to regulate emotions. However, they don't change the survival mechanisms that our body learned decades ago. That's why you can replace hormone, you can meditate, you can even train your brain to think positively. However, if your body still carries the beliefs that being vulnerable is unsafe, asking for help will lead to abandonment, and slow down means danger, the anxiety will keep finding its way back. And that's why real healing is not about calming the symptoms, but actually helping your body to feel safe at its deepest level. If the patterns that drive anxiety were learned through the body, it can be healed through the body as well. And that's where subconscious rewiring comes in. It gently works with the body's survival mechanism, releasing old stories and forming new associations. It teaches the nervous system through real experience that it's safe to slow down, it is safe to feel, and it is safe to receive support. And when the body feels safe, your brain naturally rewires itself without force. Anxiety does not have to be something that you manage for the rest of your life. It can be dissolved. And that is why true healing feels so different from symptom management. It's not about becoming somebody new. It's about releasing the emotional patterns that your body has been carried for a long time and return to the safety and stability that were always your birthright. When you work with your body, healings become natural, safe, and long lasting. You don't have to live in fear of your own emotions, and you were never broken. The healings is already possible and it can start now.